Hey, thanks for downloading our ebook Structured Approach to Link Building. I would again want to reiterate my point that it's the simplest and the most authentic way to look at your off-page link building, off-page SEO, and that you can master link building as a skill if you give enough time and practice to the tech strategies shared in the ebook. Now, to further help you practically implement these strategies, I have come up with this sequence of short training videos on link building, and I hope you will find yourself at top of your off-page SEO once you learn to implement these techniques on your projects. So let's jump in. As explained in the ebook, the website cruises through different stages of its life cycle. In the initial stage, which is also called as the sandbox stage, the website tend to have limited organic reach. It means the search engine are not finding your content to be credible enough, trustworthy enough to be promoted. So they've sort of quarantined your website and offering limited exposure. In most cases, whenever you are actually right after launching a website, you are in a sandbox stage. But it happens if I've seen cases wherein a website has been there for 3 years, 4 years time, but not enough work was done. So it's still in the sandbox stage. Now, this is the time when you should be working on building a brand for your website. How to do it? I'll explain that in the upcoming videos. But at this in this video, I would try to limit myself, to help you identify how to identify a particular stage for a website by looking at tool like hrefs.com. Now, the second stage is when your website start gaining trust. There could be multiple reasons to it, maybe like disciplined content creation, targeting queries which have not been addressed by too many websites, or simply due to the uniqueness of your niche. Now, this is the time when your website is gaining trust, and you need to be building out links which can help enhance the trust in front of the search engines. So this basically at this stage, we actually prefer to building out links which can actually send out referral traffic and help Google understand how trustworthy the content is by looking at the engagement metrics of our content. Now, the third and the final stage is the authority stage. It is the time when your website has a proven track record, growing traffic, and high engagement. This is the time when website actually starts ranking for whatever it publishes. The search engines tend to give vast exposure, higher rankings, and greater reach. Now, this is the time when you should be building out links which can actually help you gain more authority. That they can help you gain more DIA. So, of course, I'm going to cover that up in the upcoming. Now, let's explain how you identify at what stage of a life cycle a website is. For this purpose, I'll be using hrefs.com. So let's get going. So let's get into the practical aspect to ascertain the life cycle stage of any website. So I'm using Hrefs for the purpose. For the simple reason, almost everybody in the SEO industry has access to this tool, but you can use SEMrush as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 3 random websites which I've already chosen, and we'll get into them one by one to analyze as to what stage of life cycle they are currently in. So I'll take on first of all this side. So I'm going to rate these websites in 3 different under 3 different categories. The starter one, the growing one, and the authority website. So the website which has got almost negligible traffic and who's not ranking for keywords anywhere near page 1, I will put them into the starter category. I'm not taking in consideration the age of the domain. It's simply from the perspective of traffic and organic keywords that I'm going to categorize these websites. So as you can see, this website, this basically is a new site, a starter site, because it has a very low DR, and although let's see how long, I mean, it's quite old as far as the domain age is concerned, but still it's not getting much of organic traffic and very limited number of organic keywords. I'll head on to the top pages to see how many of their pages are actually published. oh. So they've got just 5 pages. So among them, I mean, this is one is a service page, there's a coupons page, service page, and service page. So just three service pages, no blog. And of course, if you don't have blog, you have very limited chance of getting organic traffic. So I would put this into a starter category. So you need to be working, you need to work hard on a starter website. But as far as the link building is concerned, I have actually discussed what sort of links are safe to build for such websites in the preceding video. The succeeding video. So you can check on this video where I explained in detail what sort of links we should be building for starter website. Now let's head on to the next website. So that's divinemoving.com. I have actually taken these websites randomly from Google, and in no way I mean to actually misuse them. It's just for the analysis purpose. So if you see here, this website has got quite a few pages. In fact, they've got over 300 blog posts plus service pages. Right, most of the certainly they have a very active blog, and if you see so many of their pages are ranking on page 1, so it's already an authority website. But what do they need to do to move from position 9 for the storage company, for the keyword the storage company, to position towards top positions? So that's something as an SEO I would be interested to know at this stage, because it's all, I can see this is an authority site, it's a big site, they've got so much of blogs which are ranking on page 1 for multiple queries. So I need to chalk out a strategy which can actually get the instant result for the client, so that client actually can trust that their campaign is in the right hand. So I move on to the movements, and I'm just going to make out, not the movement, sorry, I need to move out to the new. And what I can see is they've got 51 top 3 positions, so I don't want to touch them, but I want most of maximum of the keywords positioned in 4 to 10 and the top categories. So I just gonna take a look as to what sort of keywords are most suitable for the target audience, and based on their position and their volume, I can actually take an idea what sort of what pages do we need to put on our link building efforts on to get the results. So mover and storage company NYC, this one keyword is 200 worth, and for the home page, so it certainly needs a push. So what sort of links do we need to make? Again, I'll be discussing this in my next video. So but this is a good keyword to actually target, right? And then moving boxes NYC, this is also related to the moving business. So this one is ranking at position 7 and it's already improving. So I will take this out again. Furniture storage, this one is good too. You might be thinking that it's a local niche, so 100 monthly average search volume is quite big, in fact, because ultimately even if you are able to convert 4 or 5 prospects out of these queries, it's going to be a huge incremental business, given the vast number of queries they are ranking for. So this is again, so this is how I actually picked up pages which needs a boost with link building. And so I would rate this website as an authority website, and you need to head on to my next video to judge what sort of links we need to build for these websites. And let's get on to the third website. This is Triple G Marketing. So it belongs to an SEO business. I actually made a search for SEO services in I don't remember the location. It must be Tampa. All right. So what I'm going to see is, again, let's head on to the overview. Again, it has about 3 years domain age, and their DR and UR is quite high too, and they're ranking for 407 keywords, but they've got a very poor organic traffic. So organic traffic in Ahrefs, tools like Ahrefs, we can't actually rely properly, because ultimately we need to get into the analytics to judge how much traffic they are getting. So I need to head on to the keywords, what sort of keywords they are ranking on. Naples SEO, SEO digital marketing, Florida, Sarasota SEO company. Okay, so these are some of the good keywords. So I don't see any keyword. Florida SEO companies page 1. Okay, so we can actually put this into a growing category. They've got multiple pages, in fact they've got a lot of pages, but still most of their keywords are actually languishing beyond page 1. So there are not many keywords, many pages who have keywords on page 1. So it's a growing website. It needs some work, but there are certainly some silver lining as far as keywords are concerned. Like the Naples SEO is already ranking on position 4, so it's easier to hit. So it's easier to actually rank for this keyword. Sarasota SEO company, position 4. So we need to find opportunities to get as many pages on top 3 positions for the respective keywords, because that actually sends out a signal to Google by the way of traffic. Because ultimately, if you're ranking on page top positions for any particular keywords, you are going to get some organic traffic from Google. And the more pages your website ranks on first 3 positions, the more traffic you are going to get, and it's actually going to send a signal out to Google that this is it's a good site, it's a growing site, or it's an authority site. So we need to identify opportunities as to how many pages we can actually push on page 1 or in the top positions, depending upon their current rankings. So I would categorize this website in a growing site, and ultimately, as I told earlier, that we need to find out how much different pages which are actually close to ranking on top 3 positions or on page 1, so that we prepare a link building strategy to actually push them further. So I mean, this is how it all goes. So it's in just 3 simple steps, by looking at top pages, the organic keywords, their movements, and their the keywords in top positions, and different sections of I mean the kind of grouping they've got in top 1 to 3 position, or 4 to 10 position, and 10 and beyond positions. You can actually judge what sort of categories we need to put the site into. And once we have ascertained the website life cycle, it is easier to get the respective links for that particular stage, which actually does not help the the SEO negatively in the stages to come. So I would actually this is all for in this video. So I'll see you guys in the next video, wherein we are going to discuss based on different life cycle stages, what sort of links we need to build, what sort of keyword anchors we can actually choose, and how to keep all this link building safe from any sort of penalty. Thank you very much.